Welcome viewers and subscribers of my channel PTE Pearson and IELTS. Today we are going to see what kind of skills are assessed in your speaking item read aloud, which is the first item of PTE. And let's get started with. So what are the sub skill assessed here in read aloud when you appear for your exam? So first is speaking, because this is an area of speaking. At the same time, because you are reading a text, so reading skill is also assessed here. So for that you have to keep few things in mind when you are going to appear for this item. When you are doing read aloud, you have to keep something in mind like speaking for a purpose. Whenever you are reading a text for read aloud, which are 6 to 7 items in your PT exam, you should speak for a purpose, where you have to repeat, you have to inform or to explain. At the same time, as the name shows, read aloud, so you have to read the text aloud so that you can record your voice. While you are reading the text, you should try to speak at a natural rate. Whatever the speaking style you have, you should not imitate anyone's accent, or you should not try to copy the native speakers of English language. At the same time, you have to produce a fluent speech. Fluent speech means you have to speak at a normal rate of your speech, whatever the style you have, without taking more pauses or without using any kind of fillers such as or So avoid these fillers while reading a text. Try to produce a natural speech. And for majority of student I have seen, they are not speaking very fluent. So in exam, I advise you to speak at least 10% faster than your natural speed. You have to use correct information and pronunciation. Whatever is written in the text, you have to read that. So here you are not supposed to skip anything. You should not try to add anything or try to speak the text with the correct pronunciation. Next thing you have to keep in your mind, which is using correct stress. So in my next videos, I'm going to talk about the stress pattern where you have to keep more stress. What are the words that by giving stress you can get more score? At the same time, speaking under timed condition can be fruitful for you to score more, because read aloud is checking your two skills, which are sub skills, speaking and reading. So if you are doing well in this item, you're automatically adding score for your reading. So another sub skill is assessed, that is reading. Here you have to read the text to identify the writer's purpose, whatever the style he or she has used, the tone and attitude of the passage. And at the same time, you should try to understand the academic vocabulary, because PTE exam is designed for the student, those who want to continue their further study in foreign countries or overseas. So here, when reading is assessed, you have to read the text under the time conditions, which is of course 30 to 40 seconds. So let's see some of the do's and don'ts while reading read aloud. So break the text up into chunks and pause slightly between each one as you read. Before the recording begins, use the punctuation to help you decide where to pause and where each new chunk will begin. So follow the chunk system if you want to score more. So in my upcoming videos, I will define you how you should follow the chunk system, how you can break the words into group of words so that you can get a better flow. Next thing you should do, that is, as you read, stress the word that carries important information. This makes it easier to understand what you are trying to say. Using right intonation is the third thing that you should keep in your mind. So using right intonation pattern to show a contrast. For example, here you need to contrast the buildings with the trees. So as the arrows you can see here, which are going up and down, so buildings, trees. So in this way you should make right intonation. Intonation means the way of speaking your voice up and down. Next point that you should keep in your mind, that look for the sense groups as well as the grammatical structure to notice which groups of words should be said in one chunk. Like you can make chunk like this here to provide individuals with an income once they stop working. So chunk means 4-5 words altogether. And the last point that you should keep in your mind, that use falling intonation pattern to show that you have finished a point or come to the end of what you are trying to say. Majority of the time, falling intonation we are using whenever there is a comma or whenever we are going to finish the sentence, so that the listener can understand you that you have or you are going to finish the sentence. Like on our moods, about our lives, you should use falling intonation so that we can get clear idea that you are going to finish the sentence. So near the end of the sentence your voice should be go down. Okay, so thank you for watching PTE Pearson IELTS channel. Like, share with your friends, comment for queries and press the bell icon after subscribing it.